Good evening, everyone, on this Wednesday, April 29th. Brian Rascona with you with another golf report, and this time we preview the weekend that will be in the golf world, and the PGA Tour will be down in Doral, Trump National, the Blue Monster course. First time in a decade that you'll see a golf tournament at Trump National. Last one was in 2016. Adam Scott was victorious there with a minus 12 number on a very tough track. We'll get to that in just a moment. The LPGA is down at Riviera Maya. They'll be playing the Riviera Maya Open in Mayakoba at El Camaleon Golf Course. Nelly Korda in the field after winning the Chevron Championship last week. Normally, you don't really see a player after a major come back and play again the week after. Well, Nelly Korda put herself in the field, so good luck to everyone on the LPGA this weekend down in Mexico. I'll be keeping a close eye on that, as I am a huge Nelly Korda fan. She's actually my favorite golfer over anybody in the men, to be honest with you. And as we go to the Champions Tour will be down in Birmingham, Alabama. They'll be playing the Regions Tradition Tournament, and I'll keep an eye on that as well for you, and we'll wrap that all up on Monday. But let's look at the PGA Tour this weekend, a course they haven't played in over a decade. It's the Blue Monster. They call that for a reason. Just plays over 7,700 yards, one of the longest tracks on PGA Tour this year, and it's a signature event. So you're going to have $20 million in purse money. 3.6 million of that 20 million will go to the winner. 700 FedEx Cup points to the winner as well. If you care about the FedEx Cup, I personally don't. I think it's another gimmick, but some people care about the FedEx Cup. So let's unravel what this course will give you this week. Over 7,700 yards. 11 of the holes are surrounded by water. Precision off the tee, precision off the second shot. Also, 99 bunkers on this golf course, which was built in 1962 by Alfred Caskell, and we'll get to that in just a second. But this course is going to play long. It's going to play tough. All right, I expect the number to be around minus 13, minus 14, probably somewhere around there. The reason why I say that is because on the first 3 days, these players will be able to score. There's going to be minimal weather, temperatures about 80s, 90s, humid, hot, your normal southern Florida weather this time of year in Miami. But on Sunday, which is very notable, on Sunday you're going to have some thunderstorms and winds are going to be gusting in the mid-20s. So it's going to be wind at your back at some holes. It's going to be wind in your face at some holes. It's going to be different. It's going to be choosing between a 9-iron or a 4-iron on your approach shots. And some of these guys, you know, it depends on how they hit them. But 6-iron, 7-iron, this is all going to be, it could be a 2-club wind and some of these spots down in Doral. So it'll make for a very interesting Sunday as we get set for it. Notable players this week. 7 out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings will be making their acquaintance down in Doral this week. It'll be Russell Henley will be in the mix. Of course, world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, with 2 back-to-back runner-ups, one at the RBC and one at the Masters. He'll be in the field as well. He's the betting favorite at plus 310. You'll also have Colin Morikawa in the mix. Justin Rose will be there. Cameron Young will be there. So it'll be star-studded as far as the top 10 golfers in the world. Like I said, Hideki Matsuyama, 7 out of the top 10 world golf ranking guys will be playing. Notable guys that won't be playing: Ludwig Goldberg won't be in the mix this week. Rory McIlroy will not be in the mix this week. There's talks that he might be playing in the Truist next week. We'll look at that on next Wednesday. But Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele won't be in the mix. One Matthew Fitzpatrick, who just won back-to-back PGA events, one with his brother last week, won't be in the field. Alex Fitzpatrick, though, his brother, who earned his tour card and a 2-year exemption, will be in the field this week. So, question is, who do you like, right? So we always talk about bets. Well, I'm going to give you some of my likes and dislikes. I'm fading Jordan Spieth. I'm fading Jordan Spieth. And the reason why I'm fading Jordan Spieth is just because it doesn't seem like he's having much fun out there anymore. He's always complaining after his shots. He's always crying to his caddy. And I'm fading Jordan Spieth this week on this golf course. Another one I'm going to fade who's in the field, who I normally like, but I don't like him this week, is Viktor Hovland. Viktor Hovland, precision-wise, he's erratic. So this is a golf course where you're putting him in the water, it's going to make for a long day. So I don't particularly like Viktor Hovland. So I'm fading Jordan Spieth, and I'm fading Viktor Hovland this week. Who do I like this week? Now, you got to like Scotty Scheffler. But from a betting standpoint, you're not going to put money on a plus 310. His top 10 is minus money. So I don't particularly bet on Scotty Scheffler because there's no real way to make money on Scotty. You want to put $100 on him, fine, at plus 310. I can understand that to win the tournament. He's had 2 runner-ups, like I said. He's had 2 runner-ups already in his last 2 tournaments, so it's a matter of time before Scotty wins. So if you want to put $100 on him to make at plus 310, I'm all for it. Cool. But I don't particularly gamble on Scotty. The one guy I like, here's my dark horse this week, Keegan Bradley. Keegan Bradley tied for 21st at the Masters, also tied for 12th at the RBC. He kind of slowly picked it up towards the back end of those tournaments, and I like Keegan Bradley at a top 10, plus 420. I'm going to put some money on that. So if you want to throw some shekels, if you're with me, you want to throw some shekels on Keegan Bradley, go for it. I just missed last week Billy Horschel and Tom Hoagie. They were up at the top coming into Sunday, but the Fitzpatrick brothers were just too much. But I had Billy Horschel and Tom Hoagie up there, and they were in the top 10 for a while, and then inched up into the top 5, and then kind of fell back on Sunday. Another guy I like, Colin Morikawa. Colin Morikawa with 2 top 10 finishes in his last 2 tournaments. The only problem with him is that he's got some back issues. So if he's feeling healthy and the warm weather is going to help him out, he's a target pick for me. I like him to win, all right? So I'm going to take him to win as one of my long shots, plus 1,800. And another guy you got to take who's been great this year, has 2 wins on tour already this year, Chris Gotterup. Chris Gotterup at plus 2,500 I think is a steal. So Chris Gotterup is an interesting pick for me down in Doral. Actually, fun note about Doral. The last time I was there for a tournament, I want to say in 2013, actually ate an antelope burger. So go figure, an antelope burger, a burger made out of antelope. And from what I remember, it was pretty good. Another guy I like, top 10, he's only at plus 200 because he's been playing so well. I like Hideki Matsuyama. Now, if you want to throw money on him to win, I get it, and I wouldn't scoff at that either. But I like Hideki Matsuyama at plus 200 to win. Now, fun fact about Doral. Why is it called Doral? Has nothing to do with golf. The course was built in 1962. You want to know why it's called Doral? As I said earlier, it was built in 1962 by Alfred Caskell, who is a New York State real estate mogul, and his name was Al, and his wife's name was Doris. So he combined Doris and Al to make Doral. And that's why that golf course is named Doral. So that's a fun fact that not many people know about the Cadillac Championship in Trump National. So it's the Blue Monster this weekend, $20 million purse, signature event on the PGA Tour, as I said, playing just over 7,700 yards, making it one of the longest PGA Tour events, which is good to get these guys geared up for the PGA Championship and Shinnecock at the U.S. Open, which is right around the corner. I will be at Shinnecock on Saturday. Also next week, programming note, Tuesday night, I am going to record my preview. I will be volunteering at the Mizuho, the LPGA Mizuho in Mountain Ridge Country Club in New Jersey on Wednesday. I will be a walking scorer on Wednesday for one of the practice rounds at the Mizuho. So look out on Tuesday night for my preview next week. You ever want to hit me up on Twitter, you can, B_Rascona. That's B_RASCONA with all your golf questions. I'll answer them as they come in. Enjoy the golf this week. I am not playing this weekend. Got too much to do with the family, too much to do around the house. I will not be hitting the course. Although, I will say, I played last week. I played Mohegan Sun Country Club up in Connecticut, and it was absolutely gorgeous. The wind is a factor on that golf course. Very open, very elevated, and it was about 30, 40 mile an hour wind gusts when I played that course. The next day, played Lake of Isles in Foxwoods. Now, guys, if you're an avid golfer and you're a decent golfer and you like tracks that are going to challenge you, go up to Foxwoods at some point and play Lake of Isles. Water on a lot of holes, very deep par threes. Everything was hilly, mountainous golf, blind shots left and right, rough is thick. It's a very fun golf. The greens are fast, very fun golf course to play. So you got all my picks. I like Keegan Bradley. I like Hideki Matsuyama, 2 top 10s. My picks to win, one at plus 1,800, Colin Morikawa this week, and one at plus 2,500, Chris Gotterup. So enjoy all the golf. Enjoy the LPGA. Enjoy the Champions Tour this week. Okay, and of course, enjoy the PGA Tour down in Doral. It's going to be a blast. Adam Scott, last winner in 2016. He'll be back in the field also this week. Another tidbit of information for you. All right, I'm Brian Rascona for the New York Sports Alumni Network. And listen, play within yourself and hit them straight, everybody. I'll talk to you on Wednesday.